Now, we've all heard of Alice's adventures in Wonderland, but one local author wanted to have another take on the classic tale, which highlights what life can be like for a teen. And to tell us more about it is Northern News Now's Hannah Morgan, who is in studio with the author of the book. Good morning, you two.
Good morning. That's right. So today I'm joined by Erica Lynn Adams, who has a new book being released today. That's so exciting. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure. And first of all, this book is called Allie's Adventure on the Wonder, and it follows a 14-year-old girl. Erica, what else can you tell me about this book? I know that the girl it follows has auditory processing disorder. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes. So the book is a semi-autobiography. The plot itself is mainly fiction, but it features a lot of nonfiction elements. Auditory processing disorder is a condition I was diagnosed with myself just before I turned 2 years old. It's a condition that affects the way the brain takes in and processes information. I think a lot of resources say it's neurological, but it's not very well understood.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily hearing loss, despite the name. So it's like I'm not deaf or anything like that. But sometimes when I get a lot of information all at once, or I get it too fast, then it's like my brain just goes kind of blank there.
So this was important for you, I bet, to write this in the view of a 14-year-old girl. So, and you have other books out too. So how is this different from all of those? Yeah.
Well, first off, this originally began as a college project. When I went to UMD, I took a class called Childhood in Literature and Culture, which studied the depiction of children in various stories for both younger and older audiences. So we studied stuff like anything from Dr. Seuss to Stephen King, even.
Yeah.
For the final project of that class, I had the option to write a short story based on a studied piece, along with a small essay. One of the stories was Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. And the more I thought about it, when I was preparing to do the project, I was thinking that, it's very easy, when you read the original Alice in Wonderland, it's like, you have a normal girl in a wacky world, but I was also kind of thinking that there are a lot of times when Alice, in the original story, a lot of the situations she gets into is less, the fault of the wackiness, the quote-unquote wackiness around her, and more the fault of her, her own faulty logic.
And for those interested in checking out this book, where can they purchase it at?
At the moment, it's available on Amazon and itasca.com.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning to tell me all about it, and congratulations. And for now, I will send it back to the desk.